Malik, that's a super gritty team, but you guys seem to have matched their intensity and even turned it up a notch. Just how big is it that you guys are learning that aspect, the way to finish a game and be gritty?
Yeah, it's great, especially now coming in the new year. It's getting close to that time where we got to start winning some games, especially close games. And I'm glad we're on the opposite side of the winning part now because we usually lose the game by 5 or less. So, yeah, it's always good to get on the winning side to see how that feels.
Malik, over here, thank you. Pretty efficient night, 11 for 20. On a night, Fox just didn't really seem to have it, kind of struggled to put the ball in the basket. How important for you guys as a group is it to be able to pick up Fox in a game like this and still come out with the victory?
Yeah, I think he played the most minutes in the league, man. So some games he's not going to have it. And that's why we a team, I think so. I think that's why Doug count on us so much to make the right play. And I feel like we do a good job at making the right play when somebody else not going. So, yeah, that's just us being a team.
Feels like you guys have been able to score in the clutch throughout this year, though obviously not very many wins in that. But what do you feel like was working for you guys defensively to pull this one out late tonight?
We were moving fast. They were moving fast. I felt like we sped them up more than they wanted to be because they play fast, though. I think we did a great job at turning them over, too, and scoring off the turnovers.
A couple of moments in there where obviously things get a little heated. How much do you feel like you guys maybe even thrive off of moments like that and hold the composure?
That's the game, man. You want to play when something get heated. You get to argue and get to talking stuff back and forth. I think that's why you play basketball. And, yeah, we love it. We love it. Memphis love it, too, though, because they win a lot of games, man. So hats off to them. But, yeah, we just love it. We love competing.
Malik, 3 in a row now. You guys came from kind of a tough place, but just how are you guys feeling right now? What are the vibes? What's the mood in the room?
We always happy, man, especially when I'm in the room. So yeah, it's no ups or downs. We can't be too high, can't be too low. We just got to stay level, keep working. And yeah, we happy though. We happy for sure.
Malik, it seems like with this group specifically, you guys go together. If one shot is falling for somebody, everybody starts getting their shot falling. Same thing on the opposite side of things. Is that something that's really unique to this group? Why do you guys tend to thrive or kind of struggle together at the same time?
Yeah, it's crazy. I guess because we're so close. We got close quick. This group. So yeah, I think that's it. We so close. We like brothers. When one off, somebody else off, man. When we all on, everybody on. So I think that's a good way to go about things too, especially in a team sport. So, yeah.
Thought it was interesting. Jaren Jackson Jr. had 0 fouls, but all 6 of his came in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, he was hacking.
Yeah, what was I was going to say, what goes behind that? Was there something that maybe you guys did differently when it came to attacking him?
No. I just feel like in the fourth, he'd be a little bit more aggressive on the defensive end because he can. He's a big, too. Get a lot of blocks, being helps out a lot. So I feel like the ref just called him tonight. That's it.
47 threes. The number was 40, 32 assists, 31 sprays, a team that turns you over, only 10 turnovers. There's a lot of good. We're going to do some learning defensively. We still got to keep growing, but it's always goodwill while you're learning if you can win ball games. And tonight we were able to do that. Again, super proud of the way that the guys fought. Gave up the lead and then challenged them again, and they responded, which is, for me, super big time.
Doug, first of all, is De'Aaron all right after the big fall?
I'm not sure. I hope so. Those are just tough things. I mean, we're out there battling. It's part of what we do, and you never want to see a player, especially of his caliber, playing the way that he's playing. That it's super unfortunate. But I'm not sure yet. Just somebody who did it. Like, adrenaline is one thing. Sleep and waking up in the morning is something totally different. Yeah.
And your team showed some fight tonight that, whether it was that situation or earlier in the game, just how big is that they're showing that?
That's that's what I want, but that's also what I expect out of them. It's like, listen, we're going to have bad plays, we're going to have bad runs. I might, whatever goes on in there. But the one thing that we're going to continue to do is fight until the very end. Like, that is really, it's the only chance that you have in this league, is that you continue to play really hard at a high level for as long as you possibly can, regardless of the calls, regardless of the opponent hitting shots, get it back in and right back at them. Now we have to do that with some pace and understanding of time and score, and trying to not only keep a lead but extend a lead. There's some things like we'll continue to grow there, but the fight was super high level, super high level.
You mentioned 43-point attempts kind of being the mark you're looking for. You had 13 attempts just between DeMar and Domas. Curious with those two guys specifically, 3 maybe not being a large part of their shot profile. What's your messaging to them on how aggressive they should be there?
I'm not saying don't shoot the basketball. I mean, like, if we miss a couple, you probably want to drive to the hole a couple times and find the rhythm. They collapse the defense, kick it back out, and shoot it again. I'm okay with that. The number for me is 40. I don't know how we get there. Don't really care how we get there. Like, we want our best players shooting the ball, obviously, but the spray, playing off two, getting in the paint, collapsing the defense, finding your teammates, there's energy in that. There's a selflessness in that that's contagious, and when you do it, the shot is more likely to go in than it you're dribbling and you're pounding and then you pull up. And that happens sometimes. Like, listen, we got guys who can do that and they can just go get a bucket. But we want to play team basketball, and that's what you do. You share the rock, and it might not be for you. You might collapse the defense so somebody else gets money.
Doug, a trait of this team seems to be when one guy is on, everybody is on it. Or at the same time, if one guy is struggling, then everybody seems to be struggling. What is it about the cohesiveness of this group and how they all seem to impact and feed off of each other?
It's something that I think the negative part, bad part that you just said is the struggle. But the good part is what I focus on. Like, we are about joy for us and taking it from the opponent. And that's what we want to do. And that's what we want to focus on. Mistakes are made. Don't look over here. Keep playing. Like, play through the mistakes. It happens. This game is actually about who makes the least amount of mistakes. So they're going to get made. It's like not a big deal. Like, if it's super big, like, it'll be a timeout and we'll talk about it. But the point is, you continue to fight, you continue to play to the next play with speed, aggressiveness, downhill, and looking to take joy.
Doug, you guys got off to a hot start tonight, something that hasn't really been super common this season for the Kings. What did you see in the first quarter? Was it just shots were falling in the first quarter, or did you see something specific that you liked from the guys getting off to that quick start?
Well, I would say more than anything, like the sprays, the ability to get inside, collapse defense, not take that extra dribble, get off of it, and then the pass is on time, on target. I care enough about my teammate to make sure that I pass him a ball that allows him to shoot it and take advantage of the advantage that was created. And that's what I saw in that moment. And we kept on. And then there's times where it goes away a little bit. And you got to give them credit too, because their job is to not allow us to do that. So hats off. That's a really good ball club. They play extremely hard and they play the right way. So you had it's going to happen, but what are you going to do when it happens? And I think that our response to that is what I'm probably most excited and proud about.
Doug, you guys get Devin finally tonight.
Yeah.
He only takes 3 shots, but grabs rebounds, dishing out a couple of assists. He was pretty active on the defensive end. What did you make of his brief? It was only brief, but what did you make of it, and just the overall feeling to finally get him out there?
Yeah, super positive and excited for what I saw from him, like flying in, getting rebounds. That's like a wide receiver who's super rangy and it's got a crazy catch radius, like he's in there and he's going to get it. And then that starts a break. His defense, I thought, there's times where he was outrunning his feet for a second, but that's to be expected as you trying to gain your ground in the NBA. But super excited for what I see out of him, and I just love his compete level. His compete level is super high, and when he walked by me, I just looked him in the eyes and just said, "Go have fun, kid." That's really what it's about. Don't worry about messing up and all that stuff, because it's going to happen. You have fun and play at a high level with these great players that you're playing with.
Doug, big game from Malik tonight, 11 in the fourth, with some real big shots at a key stretch in the game there. What can you say about his performance and just how infectious his energy is on the rest of the group?
Malik is that's who he is, man. He's a fantastic player. I'm gonna go back. He's gonna make some mistakes, but that's okay, because the greatness is gonna outweigh that. His aggressiveness, and one thing I know about him, he's not going to shrink in a moment. He's going to let it fly, and he's going to live, and he's going to look at me and be like, "Yo," and I'm going to say, "My man, do it again." And he's not scared of the moment, and I think his teammates feel that as well. They have a respect for Malik, and he just continues to grow in front of our eyes, and I'm blessed to be his coach and watch him along this journey.